Jindin, you're watching Good Morning Uganda, and thank you for staying with us on the show. In the studio with me, I have Serrainne, Nyamori, and Isaac Rucci from officials from CityYange. And if you don't know CityYange yet, then I don't think you live in the city at all. Isn't that true? I would most definitely argue that
to be expelled from the city.
Exactly, expelled from the city. Considering that I have seen at least more than once the activities that that CityYange officials have been in with a number of people, and I think it's been going on for a while.
Yes.
I just don't know how effective it has been in the last few years since you guys started, the last few months since you started.
It's been a long journey, beautiful challenges, but we can see there's traction, there's movement since we started. If you remember, we launched on the 11th of November, 11 at 11 a.m. We wanted to go for that date. It's a date people can remember. There was something peculiar about it. And we want people to remember that that's when the seed was sown for the change in this city, you know, in terms of beautification and cleanliness.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow, so you started on the 11th, and basically you're turning 1 year in November.
November,
right?
Excited.
Wow, I know. What are your plans for, you know, its celebration, the birthday? What are your plans?
We're in the kitchen. We're cooking.
Quite a number of things.
Working on
A number of things, so we can't know
But
right
think of
now.
a first birthday, it's the first grand thing you ever have in your life.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
so
gonna be
expect
amazing.
fireworks, a lot of cleaning and fireworks. Expect us to just show the country, or show the Kampala what we have been doing and what, you know, and inviting them to come and join us as we now start. We're through the teething stage, we've milked. Now we're toddling a bit, now standing at our first birthday now. Join us, but keep us along, and we'll show you what's coming.
So basically, what do you think that you have done? Do you think that you've been made any impact amongst the people in Kampala?
Yes.
Basically, do you think, is the city cleaner, really?
Yes, okay.
Do you think?
The thing is, the city is cleaner because we've started that step, that journey that's going to be 1,000 miles, but we've started taking those steps. And we thought that that was very important, that people realize that what we're trying to do here is behavioral change. It's attitudinal. You know, we're altering people's mindsets, the way they think, you know, and things like that take time.
True.
So we are ready to be trenched, to dig in and walk that very long journey, but we know that we're going somewhere. We see the excitement when we go out to the communities, and people know about CityYange. And because CityYange, the way we've pitched it is as a lifestyle. It's kind of like hip-hop is not just about rap. Hip-hop is a lifestyle. It's how you walk, how you talk, what you eat, who you hang out with, how you guys are perceived. And CityYange is about that. There's so many things that are it's like an onion.
Okay.
But the cleaning was the first thing that we came out and just wanted to ride on that.
And also, just to add on to that, many times we get phone calls and we notice different communities that are actually taking their own personal initiatives. There are these little communities in Gaba, in Makinde, KCCA as well, you know, taking initiatives. So for us, it's, did we set the pace?
Yes.
It's not about, did we set the pace? Yes. Are people catching up on what we're doing?
Yes.
Are they buying into the activity? So sometimes these are not things that we can say tangible, that now we have 20,000 sales at the end of a year. No, we don't have 20,000 sales. This is
how do you keep tabs? How do you know what's happening?
But the level of impact that, you know, how do we see people responding when you go to a cleanup? You know, by you actually hosting us, this is also keeping tabs and saying, you know what, I know, you know, the viewers of UBC right now have been able to see and say, you know what, I want to come to City, and we get calls, or we have a hotline that we get calls all the time, like, how can I be involved? Individuals saying, you know what, I want to put street lights on my street because I saw CityYange on television, you were doing ABCD, I'm an individual, I may not have too much, but I want to just beautify my street. So we you know, these are the joys. It's like a mother. You don't say, you know, your child is 1 year old, he's probably not won a Golden Globe award, but at the end of the day, he's making baby steps.
Okay. Now, in other countries, say for example, Rwanda, even Kenya, people are fined, you know, fined heavily for having to drop anything on the streets. Why aren't you taking that lead, you know, saying, okay, you know what, we're going to do this so that we can have an impact in the community?
You see, now, we started off riding on the goodwill. And we want to keep it that way. We're not the authority.
You're not headmasters?
No. We're not the authority. See, KCCA will come in and do that. They'll make it, you know, they'll decide how they want to do this KCCA is at it on a daily. Every day they're out there doing something. We took the initiative to say we want to do this once a month. 3-4 hours, once a month, every last Saturday of the month. We want the communities to own up, because with ownership comes responsibility.
True.
This is what we're driving at. If this becomes policy, it'll be fantastic. You know, then we'll continue with that. But just to go back to whether the impact has been there, you know, people like the government of Buganda and Bulungi Bwansi saw this and said, you know what, we want to be a part of what you guys are doing. And this Bulungi Bwansi has a history of over 300 years. Because of that spirit of voluntarism, it has kind of started to die down. We are coming and we're saying the same thing as Bulungi Bwansi. We're only making it funky and more attractive. And because
funky and more attractive.
Cleaning is work.
Yes, it is. It's a lot of work.
It's like when you tell your little girls, go clean your rooms, they feel like, oh, what have I done?
Yes.
Am I being punished for something? What are the maids supposed to do? You have that same attitude on the outside.
True.
People today, we go out to the communities and people fold their hands and check us out.
Really?
And they say, well, you know, we pay our taxes. And I'm thinking, get real. You know, this is your environment. This is your area. Yes, you pay your taxes. Let the authority do that for you every day. But at least once a month is what we're saying. Come out and do something for your community.
Wow. And I'll grab on from what he said about volunteerism. Unlike Kenya and Rwanda and our beautiful East African nations, maybe other nations, and I know Cameroon does it, I know Chad does it, all these other African nations, is that because what CityYange does, we're not only inspiring, we're also modeling behavioral change. The best way to teach anybody anything is by actually walking the talk. You know? So sometimes, yes, we can be cleaning and people are looking. We have an incident where we're cleaning with the community and, you know, people get hungry and they take a banana and eat and then they throw the banana out. It's like, oh my God, we're actually cleaning. It beats the purpose. So in modeling behavioral change, our main inspiration here is that we walk the talk. So tomorrow, anytime, whether we have 5 people show up, whether we have 100 people show up, whether we have 1,000 people show up, CityYange will still keep on, you know, doing what we're doing. Because when we inspire community to actually love and own and take responsibility for the environment, you can't take that away from anybody. You see how our, you know, Kenyans love their country consistently, whether you tell them or not. You know, Rwandese, I'm a proud Rwandan. You know, you have all this. So Ugandans, you should be able to say, I love Kampala. I'm a Kampalan. You know.
I like that. Now, speaking of, you mentioned something about having to clean your room and you just do not like to do it. So, what other activities are you adding into, you know, into the whole cleaning process and whatever else CityYange has in order to entice the community?
There's recycling plans, you know, tree planting, things that people resonate with. Now, but we also come out with opinion leaders. We come out with celebrities. You know, for
everyone
a good example,
loves to be attached to a celebrity.
Yes, a good example is this Saturday on the 29th. We're actually literally invading Bobby Wine's territory. You know, we're going, you know, he's the president of the ghetto. And the people, it's amazing. They love him. He'll say anything and they'll do it. And he's going to come out on Saturday morning, 7. And he's going to tell them, let's go and clean. And I assure you, we'll have the media there. People will come out in throngs. Why? Because the ghetto president has said, let's go clean. So you make it interesting and then, you know, entice you almost, you know, hand a carrot here. You know, we give out T-shirts and sometimes we'll have water. T-shirts have become our greatest tools. We need spades and wrecks. They take the T-shirts and they'll do whatever you tell them. You say, let's go into that trench, let's do some desilting. They'll come because they had a T-shirt on. Yes.
Another one that we almost forgot to mention is that we actually have CityYange Awards. We realized that
awards for communities or
for the community, for the people down there, and we have a large network that we work with the councillors, the local area councillors. These guys know the people down there. So when you award people and you tell them, you know, imagine being awarded for cleaning your own area. It's like being awarded for cleaning your room. So what we're doing is we're coming up with it's an annual CityYange Awards that we're going to award exemplary people in the community. You and me, your local council chairman has seen you as the individual who's going to do this. You know, working with the, you know, so when you award these people, they say, okay, it's an enticement. I want to win that award for being the best. And eventually we'd want to see this as probably an exchange program with, say, Australia, and take you know, their wadis or our local councils and tell them, you know, come and see England, come and see Australia, come and see how these other people are doing it. What can we borrow from other nations and bring to a beautiful city in Kampala?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Amazing. Now, you need to tell me a little bit more about Bulungi Bwansi and the preparations. More or less, I know I just sound terrible saying that, but
say it again. Well, you did it very well. We've been
I will not say it again.
The whole time we're practicing. How do I say this? Say it
Bulungi
again.
Bwansi.
Bulungi Bwansi. There you go. Yes.
Yes.
Bulungi Bwansi, like I said, Bulungi Bwansi is you know, from the Baganda culture. It's been within Buganda for over 300 years, where the drums would come, sagala galamite, you know, gwanga muje, and people would come out and clean. So what is happening is Bulungi Bwansi is celebrating, Buganda is celebrating 50 years. And
as well.
Yes. Well, yeah, there's some controversy there. There's independence that was given to Buganda a day before, you know, but we'll let them deal with those details. All we know, we've learned this is part of our history. So they're celebrating 50 years, and for the whole week of October, there's so many activities. There will be activities at the Masiro in Kasubi. There's activities, but the one that we really wanted to be a part of is a festival to celebrate CityYange and Bulungi Bwansi with our visitors choir and African Children's Choir will be coming together on the 5th. It's a free event. It's family friendly.
Again, we're using music.
Yes, music is the greatest. Music is the most powerful medium to reach and communicate to the human mind.
And bring people together.
And most of the corporates know, you know, Warid knows this, and they've come and said, let's be a part of this, let's support this. So Warid Telecom is one of our supporters for the 5th event, but it's a free event. We want everyone to come. Bring your children. There will be face painting, there will be jumping castles, and come with a little bit of money to buy lunch, because it's a whole day event.
It's a whole, wow, that's so that's what's going to happen on the 5th of October.
Yes.
So basically what you're going to have is a lot of musicians as well.
Yes.
Which other musicians are going to be?
It's a list, a long list.
Really?
And everyone
but
wants to
highlights, like prominent ones that everyone would look up for.
I know Radio, I think Radio and Weasel have been confirmed to be the headliners.
And the artists coming in from out of the country?
Oh yeah,
the choir.
The choir, yes.
But also just...
And even I am going back.
Oh,
for
really?
those who have forgotten, I used to sing. I sang for a living for about 20 years. But on that day,
you're going to
I am threatening that I will be on stage with a microphone.
I would like to see that.
And also different opinion leaders that, you know, different opinion leaders in society, in the Buganda Kingdom, just people around us that, you know, we say, if I see Muntu Mugisha or someone going and cleaning, or you know, several people, you actually would like to invite you, UBC, to come over as well, and just say, you know, if Lucy is actually going out to clean and to participate in this, there are a lot of followers who will inspire you. So maybe on top of that, you know, everybody.
Are you putting on the spot? Like,
yes, I am.
So she can say it on record.
He's really
you can say it on record.
I mean,
like,
Saturday,
you're going to come.
Saturday 29th, on Saturday, we're going to be in the ghettos.
I don't like
in
you
Bukoto.
people.
Yes.
Are you going to be there?
It's a very good initiative. I would let you know.
I have you on speed dial. I have you on speed dial.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, let's make that call out. Please come and join us. This is what's going to happen. In all of Kampala, there's 5 divisions in Kampala, 99 different parishes.
Wow.
These parishes are all led by their councillors who are elected by the people. But there's a rallying of people. Every last Saturday of the month, there's activities in all your areas. Call your councillors and find out where they're going to be cleaning. But if you don't have where to go, please come and be with us. Ours will be fun. The ghetto president will be leading us from the Kamocha market at 7:30 a.m. We'll have a band. We'll march into the ghetto and clean Bobby Wine's ghetto. Come and join us on Saturday morning.
Amazing. So a year later, what are you planning? Where do you think CityYange is going to be headed to after the first birthday? What are the plans? What's up your sleeve?
I can just give you some of the things that we're thinking of doing. The challenge that we've realized as we go and clean is people don't have tools. So one of the things that's going to drive us, and we want to call out to corporates. You know, corporate companies make very good money in this city, and we're asking them to come and give back. And there's so many ways that they can give back to the communities. And I keep bragging about Warid Telecom because they came and partnered with us. It was a concept on paper, but they saw
But they said,
where
wow,
we
this
were
is
going
something.
and said we want to be a part of this. But one of the things that we want to do beginning of after we've turned 1 year, we want to come up with what you call tool banks. Maybe get a small container, we purchase some equipment, put it in there, rakes, wheelbarrows, and put them in the different communities in 99 different parishes, so that every last Saturday of the month when people come to clean, somebody can come and get a rake, a spade, a wheelbarrow. And these are things that the corporates can.
Really
UBC can say, you know what, we'll give you 1 container and fill it with equipment. What we would do then, we would brand it with your logo. We'll put UBC, CityYange Tool Bank, and put it in a community.
Yeah. That's really
so communities can do that. Reach out to CityYange, and we would love to, partner with you so that you can reach out and give back to the communities.
And also just on that, remember we tend to use cleaning as an entry point towards solving a lot of societal problems. Cleanliness is godliness. It was to go very religious at this particular point. So that we want to transform, fine, we've got a need to come and start cleaning your community. Now, how do we deal with other issues of sanitation, of health, with the environment? So, we're heading, that's the bigger picture of where we're heading. So when we're making you clean, but we can't clean forever. You've got to be able to grow. We're 1 year now. So tomorrow we'll be solving malaria issues. The next time, we're thinking sanitation issues. Wash your hands. Now you've cleaned, wash your hands. How do we involve the younger generation to be able to take responsibility? How do we inspire, them? So that is where we're heading, from 1 year.
The community outreach.
The community outreach.
Exactly.
More in the health aspect. Wow, amazing, fantastic. I need to see CityYange grow from after the first year's birthday. And I'm so glad that you came in to share this. And I believe that UBC would definitely be interested in being a part of this.
There'll be cake.
UBC Tool Bank. The MD is watching with the chairman. Tool Bank UBC with your logo.
Okay, thank you again for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Have a fantastic celebration. Have a fantastic time. I'm sure that we'll be in touch.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we'll take a break and we'll be back with more on Good Morning Uganda. Stick around.